Right. What's googly moogly, people? Hell yeah. So I'm so back today. Today we'll be doing some competitive programming. Now, my last stream on this channel, my last stream on this channel, I was reading a book, right? I'm still reading it. I'm still reading it. Don't worry. I'm still reading it. But today, okay, so somehow searching this shows my other channel and doesn't show this channel. So apparently it does not. But here it is. Here's my other channel. Yeah, I'm subscribed to this channel as well. But for now, right, what I want to do is to just get finish today's quota of competitive programming training, right? That's very important for me right now. I'm almost, here we go. I'm almost pupil rank. So I'm basically hot shit right now, right? I've done this many problems for the past 17 days. Sometimes I don't do a lot, sometimes I do a lot, but well, it happens. So yeah, let's get to today's training. We're gonna do a few problems. We're gonna come back. We're gonna be sexy. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Okay, so I have this whole list of problems here, right? We're following these 800 problems. Now, I'm only doing 800 problems because I'm not that super confident in doing like super big problems. Uh, I can try, but you know, it's better to just go in on something that's easier than what I'd like to do first. Just to warm up, just to warm up, right? So yeah, let's actually get started. Open up Neovide. Hell yeah, where's that? It's not turning on. Okay, actually I need to open this up with admin privs so I can actually compile the code. This thing is very weird in a sense where it can't compile the code without admin privs. So I don't know what's that supposed to be, but if it ain't if it yeah, still this thing stuck maybe. Oh no, it seems like it's kind of stuck. Okay, give it a minute to just do what needs to be done. All right, let's get giggy. Let's get going. Let's get going. Okay. So when I usually solve a problem, when I usually try to approach a problem, I have this little timer here from this app that I made. All it does is it has like a basic database and it tracks like how many times I did something. Look at this. On this day, it did 16 problems, right? So it tracks the amount of days, and then I can also write a description, but I usually don't write the description. It just uses to track the time, right? So we have this, and we have like this as well. And I'm following Colin Galen's method, so I'm writing a metacognition doc as we go through the problem. So this is where the metacognition stays, right? And it really shows me what I'm doing, where I'm at, that kind of stuff. And then afterwards, I can do an analysis of the way I solve the problem, or maybe I don't do an analysis of the way I solve my problem. But basically, it's all there, right? So today we'll be doing this first. After I finish doing the problems, I'm gonna shut the stream off and then come back to my learning process because I really do need to learn everything that I need to know about systems analysts and business analysts and that stuff. So yeah, we have this. So let's get started with our first problem. Let's start with the easiest one here, which is this. These numbered problems are the easiest ones. And then when you do like these non-numbered problems here, they're the harder ones. They're usually from Div 2s. So you gotta be careful when you do these problems. You gotta know which problems you're tackling and why you're tackling them. Usually these are older Codeforces problems where the difficulty of it isn't that high. And these the newer ones are the newer problems, which the difficulty is much higher. Oh shit, let me just find how to comment out code. in lazy M. Comment code, mini comment, visual mode GC. Let me try this out real quick. GC. Oh, okay. That's sick. That's neat. All right, so that's new. That's new. I appreciate it. Let's get started then. So today we'll be looking at problem plus or minus. You're given three integers, a, b, and c, such that exactly one of these two equations is true. I'll put plus if it's true, minus if it's not, if it's otherwise. Okay, so pretty simple problem. I don't think we need to write any metacognition at all. It's like a warm-up problem basically. What we can do is just input. So into ABC, right? DCN A, B, C, like so, right? If A plus B equal to C, std, oops, C out plus line, and this should be an expression, so else std C out minus. Yeah, this is a fucking most basic problem in the history of mankind. Oh, they have test cases? Oh, they have test cases. That's cool. I thought these problems didn't have test cases, so oops. So it was like, that was weird. But okay, so I have test cases. We can compile this and test this out. Waiting for this to build and run. Usually the first time compiling is a bit slow, so it's like the start of an engine. Plus, minus, minus, plus, plus, minus, plus, plus, minus, minus, plus. Everything is true. Aha, okay. Yeah. So it's a pretty simple implementation problem, like technically nothing problem. Technically nothing problem. Okay, so I do want to note this down here. It's a nothing problem, right? We count everything we get. This is a bit too easy for my tastes. Way too easy, actually. So even though I'm writing this down, right? I'm writing this down. I don't really have a lot for it, like metacognition, for example. Too easy, right? Here we go. Yeah. Let's actually do something a little bit more interesting. Just finish this whole list of problems. I only have a few left. I only have like about 34 left. Actually, it's not that much, right? So finish this whole list of problems and we'll come back to, you know, the harder questions, the harder problems, right? Okay, so problem C, prepend append. It has a string, binary string of S. One of the following operations, add 0 to the end of one string and 1 to the end of the other string. For example, starting with string 1011, can either obtain 01 or okay. Given final string, what is the shortest possible string he could have started with? Shortest possible string he could have started with. Interesting. Test cases, length of his final string. Second line. Well, just basically just reducing everything by 1. By 2, basically. Reducing everything by 2. Right? This is what I'm seeing. Why is it a 2-pointer tag? I don't know. So it can add 10 or 01 to the end of the string, right? And for example, this string is an invalid string. So this thing right here is going to be 0, right? So we do have to see whether or not the 2 pointers are 10 or 01, right? Fifth test case, let's see. Which test case is this? Third test case. Okay. So yeah. So this is also a pretty easy problem to solve, right? What we do is first of all, right, we're gonna int, let's see, n, and I'm also gonna take another int. So it's gonna be first, and it's gonna be last, right? Last. What I'm gonna do is for int I equals 0, equals 0, I smaller than n. Actually, I equal 1, why not? I small equal to n, I plus plus. We're going to stdcin. I'm going to have a temp value here called int x, cnx, if I equal to 1, x is going to, first is going to be equal to x, and then we're going to have here else if I is equal to n, last is going to be equal to x, right? So we have that going for us. A pretty simple if-else statement, right? So we basically have this, and it helps us input the string, or the binary string, quote unquote. We just need to track the first and the last element. If first is equal to 1 and last is equal to 0, I'm going to actually have this as double quotations like this. First to 1 and last is equal to 0. What? Okay. Or first is equal to 0 and last is equal to 1. So it's either of these cases, and if this is true, stdc out n minus 2, right, and then n line. Else stdc out, let's see, n, and yeah, an n line. And this should be the end of the solution. Oops. End of the solution. Not very good at using Vim, so yeah. So we have, oops. Okay, so we can run this. See, there's a bit of a thing here, like this may be uninitialized. Oh, it's fine, it's whatever, right? Okay, so this, oops. See, there's a bit of a problem there. Okay, what is the problem? Let's see. Insert n. Okay. Let's see. First of all, let's remove this. We haven't CNC yet, CNN yet, so this was my little stupid ass mistake. And yeah, this should be good now. Still bunch of, oh no, it's happening again. Wait, what did I miss? See, this is one of my biggest problems, that I always have this kind of like shitty ass implementation problems, right? So like sometimes I forget what I'm trying to do, basically. CNN I equals 1 is small n, I plus plus, if it's equal to 1, if equal to n, up here. Yeah, everything should be good now, though. Everything should be like good, hot, sexy, right? Good, hot, sexy. Yeah, so I don't really know what's up. So it doesn't have that n uninitialized variable anymore, so I think this is good. Maybe I forgot to save. Yeah, maybe I forgot to save. Maybe I forgot to save. Okay, so we have another problem here. So basically what we're trying to do here is we're just trying to track the first and last variable. I mean, we don't have to do this, right? We don't have to do this. We can just like cn this right here. We can even do something like an array, for example, std vector, right? I'm going to actually do std array. Yeah, why not? Array, class is going to be int, size is going to be n, right? That works, I think. I don't know why this doesn't work. R, fuck you. Vector this is then. Int r n. Yeah, for auto. I use this more often. Like so, right? And then when go first, it's gonna be R0, last, and -1. Something like this, right? And that should pretty much clear it up. Or maybe there's something else that's going on that's wrong. Not sure either why it's wrong. So let's try with one case, 3, 100. Oh, is it because of the way it's inputted? It's definitely because of the way it's inputted. Fuck you. Okay, I got it. I got it. This is stupid. I hate these stupid fucking shit. It's like it's all oversight. It's all oversight. It's all oversight. It's all oversight. That should be correct now. 1, 3, 100, 3. Should be 1. Or is it 3? Oh yeah, because this thing's wrong here. Yeah, that should be right now. There you go. Basically, this is just a fucking implementation difficulty. Sometimes I have this. There we go. The solution should be correct. Why is this 4? Should just be -2 here. Why is it 4? Why is it 8? 10. Yeah, 10 minus 2 is 8 though. What do you mean, dog? On the 5th case. Shortest possible string is 1. Oh, so while. Then we should do a while loop instead. Okay, yeah. My fault, I guess. My fault. While. Do a while loop. N minus equal to first minus minus first equals okay. And we have like an int here, int r, int I, it's gonna be 0. Right, first it's gonna be equal to ri plus 1, I, and then j, yeah, j, so there you go, and then last it's gonna be r, j, it's gonna be 0, this is gonna be n minus 1, right? I plus plus, j minus minus. Actually, prefix it, since we already have the first one, right? Here, like so, and like so. And we're just gonna go over here, see out, something like this. Something like this. And it should work. Should work. -6, 2, 4. So some of these things are wrong here. This is what? Third problem. 1, 2, 3. This one. This one should be like what? Should be 0. Right? Should be 0. So while this is like this, n minus minus, if first is equal to last, because it's only in the situation the first is equal to last. Well, technically we can also just shorten this. It's also my kind of fault, right? While first is not equal to last, like so. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense, honestly. It does make a lot more sense. That makes like way much more sense. Still, this is wrong for some reason. We can actually have a condition where this is just like if first is equal to last. Oh, this is an int. Oh, fuck you then. Should use that char. Yeah. It should be char. What fell? What? Something fell. Ouch. Why do I have this under my table? What the fuck? I'm so confused. I'm confused by everything. Something just like this. Do -do 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 -do. Just fix the VPN so everything works. Okay. So yeah, we should. This should actually help it now. Make it better. Make it cool and sexy, right? No. See, we still need to do it. If first is equal to last. See out. And line. There's a condition here. But stop. We'll have a loop. Why is this n equal minus 6? What the fuck? It should be 6. I'm so confused. What the fuck? How do you even get to like a high level with this? Even I'm confused, man. Even I'm confused, man. Yeah, that works perfectly.